Today, the man arrested in connection with the leak of highly classified Pentagon documents is expected to make his first court appearance. 21-year-old Jack Tashara faces charges under the Espionage Act. FBI agents in tactical gear converged on his Massachusetts home yesterday. News helicopters first spotted him reading on the back deck. He then emerged with his hands on his head. Authorities say Tashara is a member of the Massachusetts Air National Guard, based at Otis Air Force Base, working as an IT specialist in the intelligence wing.
It feels like a movie. Who would have thought?
People who know him say he always expressed interest in the military and enjoyed gaming.
I went to high school with him. I knew of him. Good kid. Not really a whole lot of, I would never have kind of taken him, somebody like that. So it's kind of crazy.
Federal investigators have been looking into the leak of dozens of apparently classified Pentagon documents, exposing top secret intelligence on everything from Ukraine to Iran to even U.S. allies. Hours before Tashara's arrest, a report in the Washington Post described the alleged leaker as someone posting documents to impress young men in a chat room on the social media platform Discord. The Washington Post interviewed a teen who says he was a member of that chat room.
It felt like I was on top of Mount Everest. It felt like I was above everyone else to some degree, and that I would be able to brag to some people that I knew stuff that they didn't.
Popular with teens, experts say Discord's lack of content moderation allows conspiracy theories to spread. The New York Attorney General's office last year announced it was investigating Discord in connection with the racist mass shooting at a Buffalo supermarket. Investigators say the teen gunman detailed his plans weeks earlier on Discord. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Now, of course, the big question is, how did the 21-year-old allegedly get his hands on classified documents? Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has already ordered a review of how the Pentagon manages who gets access to sensitive information. Austin says the process will look into intelligence access and control procedures to, quote, prevent this kind of incident from happening again. John Cohen, a former intelligence official in the Biden administration, says the Pentagon must do more to protect classified information.
We have an uncomfortable number of active duty military, law enforcement, and government personnel who may be adopting or at least find resonance in extremist or conspiracy theories, and they are willing to act on it, whether it's an act of violence or to engage in activity such as disclosing classified information.
Now, the suspect's position at the Massachusetts Air National Guard was working with communication systems. A U.S. official describes that role as combat IT, keeping the military's cyber infrastructure running. It's unclear if he had security clearance, but it's reported that he possibly worked on computers that contain classified information.